Mr. Neff and the rest of the class moved through quickly, but I wanted to see the animals. Soon I was behind everyone else with the assistant teacher, Wendy.
You must love animals as much as I do,
Wendy said to me. I sure do, I said. I adore animals. Wendy smiled.
I wasn't that excited about this trip,
she said.
But at least I'll have good company, another animal lover.
Wendy and I stepped into the bright main room of the aquarium. As soon as we did, we stopped short. I felt Wendy's hand grab my shoulder.
Oh my,
she said.
What's this all about?
The place was a madhouse.
Hey, I wanted to see this show. I wanted to see this. What the heck?
Aquarium workers and visitors were standing around trying to shout over one another. In the middle of the huge group were a very tall man and a very tall woman. The man was waving his arms trying to calm everyone down. I ducked away from Wendy. I quickly found Egg, Sam, and Gum near the edge of the crowd. All three of my friends were standing there staring around the room. Sam narrowed her eyes as she gazed at the crowd. I knew right away that she was thinking. Every time we go on a field trip, Sam is sure that it's going to turn out into a mystery. A mystery we need to solve. Of course, she's usually right. For some reason, mysteries seem to follow us. Is there trouble? I asked.
There you are,
Egg said.
Yeah, it sure looks like trouble.
Gum rolled his eyes.
These two always think it's trouble,
he told me. Sam glared at him.
The first real show is canceled, she said. We don't know why yet, but we're going to figure it out.
Do you think it's foul play? I asked. I bet anything, Sam said. She squinted at me and touched the tip of her nose. Then she went back to staring at the crowd.
Everyone, please calm down,
cried out the man in the middle.
The second show will go on as scheduled. Tickets will be for sale at the ticket window right away. If you have tickets already, you can exchange them at the window.
The crowd got quiet and everyone headed for the ticket window. Most of our classmates were standing next to Mr. Neff. My friends and I thought though hung around the tall man and tall woman. As most of the other people left, we realized that the third person was the two tall people. A much shorter man who had a skinny mustache.
Do you know how much this is going to cost the aquarium?
The tall man asked. The woman just sneered at him and rolled her eyes.
A lot! That's how much!
The tall man went on.
We need these shows to keep the aquarium afloat. Pardon the pun.
Ha! The woman said.
Mr. Lowe, it's not a wonder the seals won't wake up to perform.
Sam elbowed me.
Now we know why the show was canceled,
she whispered. I nodded. The way you
schedule these shows, the woman went on, they're exhausted.
They work too hard.
Darn it, Miss Dyer,
Mr. Lowe said.
What do you want me to do? The aquarium needs the money.
Then he stormed off. Miss Dyer and the shorter man stood there quietly for a moment. Then shorter man said,
I don't know why you're complaining about. At least we have a show.
Oh, stop it, Mr. Schwartz, Miss Dyer said. No one ever bought tickets to your goldfish show. It had to be canceled. Miss Dyer started to walk away. Just then, the two people in the aquarium uniforms came running over.
Miss Dyer!
One of them shouted. What?
Yes, what is it?
She asked, frowning.
Is everything okay with the seals?
The two workers shook their heads.
I'm afraid they're not just sleeping,
one of them said.
Someone gave them a tranquilizer. They've been drugged.